Where's the best place to invest your money right now? Well, of course, we finished 2024 with the US doing incredibly well. Stocks selling on high multiples. Everybody optimistic as Donald Trump was going to take the presidency. Much more business friendly, or so everybody thought. Of course, he says that he had to take over the crisis from Biden, and maybe he has a point. But right now, we're seeing a situation where Europe's stock is doing better than the US. Asia too. Let's have a look and see what's happening. Well, first of all, the US, of course, has got massive debt, 36 trillion, whereas Europe, they've got smaller debts. In fact, Germany in particular has borrowed less money. But everything's changed. The German government, for the first time since the end of the Second World War, has said we're now going to start to borrow like the rest of the West, and we're going to start to build the economy. That means massive expenditure in defence. They, after all, haven't spent enough money in recent years on defence. They've taken a multi-year investment approach into defence and also their infrastructure. It changes everything because already you'll see that the DAX is performing better than the S&P. So indeed is Hong Kong. You'll see those markets are already on the increase. Will Donald Trump put in tariffs? Won't he put in tariffs? Whatever he does, the reality is that the world is suddenly starting to realize it needs to wake up. It needs to think for itself. It can't rely on the US to defend it. That may be the best thing that ever happened to Europe, because all of a sudden they're realizing they can't depend on something else. And when you depend on something else, you get lazy. And when you can't, all of a sudden you start to be innovative, you start to create, you start to develop. Right now, if you're investing your money, there's opportunity still in defence stock right across Europe. There's opportunities to invest in German infrastructure. European banks are likely to do well. But let's not forget the US, because there has been a sell-off. And that means companies like Nvidia and Microsoft that were expensive now actually on a multiples basis look less expensive. I actually think that AI will continue. So therefore, Nvidia, Microsoft will indeed do well. But I also like European banks and defence, as I've mentioned. The best place to invest right now, I'd actually split my money between some great tech stock, invest in Europe, particularly European banks, and I might put a small amount into the Asian market. More high risk, but nevertheless, if you get your diversification correct, you can make money. Okay, I'll give you updates, what's going on in the market. Make sure that you subscribe to my YouTube channel. You'll get ideas on how to make money and secure your financial future.